Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I am Matt Johnston, coming to you as always. What was I going to say here? I guess I'm coming to you from my office in Allentown, Pennsylvania. That's where I live. I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you can use video in your email marketing to make a lot more money. Now, the thing is, a lot of people don't use video at all in their email marketing, especially when you see e-commerce companies a lot. They have all of these Klaviyo flows, and I have a video on Klaviyo flows if you want to find that, the 5 Klaviyo flows that you need to have. You can go find that on my channel. And but they're not using video at all. So let me share with you these tips. Now, number 1, and you're going to see each one of these is associated with a specific flow that everybody should have going on in their business to be successful. Okay, so let's take it over to the whiteboard here. Whiteboard and whiteboard. Okay, so the first one is associated with the welcome series. Now, this is a series that you want to have in place when anybody that comes to your site is able to opt in. So they come to your site, they get some sort of discount, they spin a wheel, they do whatever it is that they might do. And then they start this welcome series that they sort of get dumped into. So it delivers them that free gift that they got right off the bat. But it's more than that. You actually need to get people to buy. This is by far the most profitable Klaviyo flow that you can have. And really, I say Klaviyo, but just in email marketing in general. When you're doing email marketing for any business, really, and you're getting people to opt in right from the beginning, the whole point is to get them to become customers and building know, like, trust. And that's the reason people will buy from you. So in this welcome series, which is usually a series of 3 or 4 emails that are sent out 3 or 4 consecutive days or so when they first opt in, you get the opportunity to sell them. And it's not all about a discount. Remember, the reasons that people will buy from you are not just revolving around price. They're just not sold yet, maybe emotionally or logically. It's not just 10% off, 20% off. Price is not the reason why people, it's only a small factor. It's an objection at best. So we need to use this welcome series to get people used to us and loving us. So the first one is the brand story video. And in the brand story video, this is just simply a video, usually the most well-produced video of the, 5 that I'm going to talk to you about today, the 5 videos that you should make in the 3 different ways to do it. The brand story video should just show us a little bit more about you, what you do, what your company does, take us inside, give us the story behind the story. This is largely PR right here because we're trying to get people engaged in our brand, like make them part of the community. So we have to control that narrative about the way they feel about us. And right now, they've probably only gotten direct response advertising. So the way that they feel about us is largely, hey, these guys are selling something and I might want to buy it maybe if it solves my problem. But if you can actually get them more emotionally invested than that, you have an opportunity to push them over the edge even further, where they get people to this, as this Seth Godin quote that I always love. He always says, people like us do things like this because once you build a community with people, you become this like entity where you think and feel similarly, And if they don't align with you and with your brand, they won't buy from you, and that's good because those people won't be longtime customers. We're not going after a quick buck. That's not what business is built on. So the brand story video, it's a video that is somewhat well produced. You want to hire a video service for this and get it to a place where people can really get warmed up to you, your story, why you created the company, why you're doing what you're doing, why you're driven passionately to do this, not just to make money. What else is it about? That's what the brand story video is. And then, of course, the testimonial video, because you're going to be making some pretty hard asks at the end of the welcome series. Again, subscribe to the channel and go find the Klaviyo email flows video if you want to see what goes into these flows and what the purpose of them is. But the testimonial video, and obviously we know about testimonial videos, they can be everywhere. Do not go and get UGC. I mean, I just think UGC is way overblown. It's a total waste of time. I'm probably going to make a video on that soon about how UGC is just like a total waste of time and way overblown. But you could do a Zoom interview, whatever it may be, and just coach somebody through this testimonial video. You want to get that emotional, raw truth, but more importantly, the story, which has to take from emotional problem leads to emotional solution. And then after state, which is feeling like this sort of completeness. And it's very hard to do that without some coaching or doing an interview or guiding them through that process. So testimonial videos there, and those go towards the end of the welcome flow. So if it's like a 4 email sequence in the welcome flow, you might do this in 3 and 4, have 2 of them. That would be great, or at least 1, maybe in the 3rd. And then on the 4th, you have that scarcity to come back. Number 2 is post-purchase. So a lot of people, for some reason, they feel like once somebody becomes a customer, it's like game over. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. If you want retention to happen, and retention is really where the money is in business, then you need to make these people feel like they're part of a community. So 2 videos here I recommend. One is a sort of how to use video. So if you're an e-commerce brand, man, this is awful writing today. Awful writing today. Oh, how a video about how to use the product. So if it's a physical product, it's how to use it. If they buy a course, it's a video that says, hey, here's where to start. Here are the goals to set for yourself. Okay? There's all sorts of different ways to make a video. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to just be a physical product to make this type of video work. No matter what people buy, they don't want to feel like the people took their money and it's like, oh, the work is over and they're done, and then we're just kind of left to our own devices. Because people are in a culture now where they could just easily return stuff. I mean, I'll just buy stuff from Amazon, test it out, send it back. Amazon doesn't care. What's the big deal? You need to really take people through that process to become part of the family. Okay, speaking of the family, you want to have a welcome to the family video. So I would actually send the how to use video right after the purchase. So you have your like purchase receipt and all that stuff. And then I would, and you might have a cross sell in there, which is like another direct response thing. You can choose, depending on your brand, if you put the how to use video before or after that cross sell to gather a little extra revenue. It's up to you. But you want to have that how to use video right there towards the beginning of the purchase so that they can immediately get quick wins. Quick wins lead to adoption, lead to community, lead to longtime customers. Welcome to the family video. That should happen maybe the next day to really get people on board. I would say this video could be as simple as you talking to the camera as the business owner, or it could be something a little bit more produced with some testimonials inside there showing a little bit more about, it's sort of a version of the brand story video. In fact, it might be a good idea when you do the shoot for the brand story video to shoot both of them, since they're kind of similar, but they have different audiences. Like one is for people that are not customers yet, so it's more marketing focused. The second one is more community focused because it's not about acquiring the customer, it's about retaining them. So it's about building community and family. Okay, number 3 is in your sunset flow. So this is the flow where you're basically telling people like they've been sitting on your list forever and they're kind of like, okay, so is it time to leave the email list because we're just wasting emails on you or what? Usually there's some sort of offer here. But what I love here is this idea of doing a heartfelt comeback message. There's just not enough mom and popness in business anymore. Not massage, message. There's not enough of that. Why don't we care anymore? Why don't we care? Why do we just want to make money? It doesn't make any sense. In this sunset flow, you can actually say to people, hey, listen, you could have a video, you put it on Vimeo or Wistia or whatever. They click the screenshot in the email. They go over and the video says, hey, I know you haven't been opening the emails. I understand. You get a lot of emails in your inbox. That makes sense. thank you for being a part of this. I completely understand if you don't want to be. I just wanted to basically make sure that you wanted to leave, because we do make sure to have people leave the email list every now and then if they don't want to be a part of it, because we don't want to spam people. And I know you don't want to get spammed, and sometimes it takes too much motivation to go through and unsubscribe from everything. So if you want to stay on it, I just wanted to check and see. And we'd still love to have you as part of the family, as a customer. Here's a special discount code, blah, 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 blah. Heartfelt. And this should be directly from the company owner or somebody in the company. It doesn't have to be the CEO. It's not like the CEO has to be on camera for any of this stuff. It's not important. But what is important is that the message and the heart is there. So I would definitely use these three: welcome series, post-purchase, and the sunset flow. They can be very powerful. Video is just there's more of a human touch with video. You can actually build a community and build rapport and build relationship with people in a video, much more than text. People get all sorts of crap text, but there's only one you, only one human. And so when you put humans up on in front of a camera and they talk to customers, it can be very, very powerful. Okay, if you want to learn more about my video company, guidesocialglobal.com, please subscribe to the channel. I'm all over it now. I'm all over it, trying to give you free value all the time. And I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. I appreciate